But if episodes.
I think they're starting. You want to turn on the cameras or?
This is on, I think, I don't know why. Hold on a minute.
I don't think they saw us.
Here. Where's nothing happening? There it is.
You harvested your yard.
Well, the next 2 days we're going
Just slow. I can't read this from here.
Yeah, that's, go up one more to
Sorry.
echo canceling speaker.
Oh,
Top-
sorry, hold on over here. Sorry.
Top line, that one.
This one, right?
Yeah. And now video, yeah, looks right.
Yeah, we're good, right?
Okay.
Okay. So as long as they're, Mills Community Media is not on, but what do you think? Can't tell.
I'm just reminding.
You are, thank you.
Let me see, because the cable's working again, so that should, there it
Should
is.
be able to see us.
Because you know when you embarrass yourself, you embarrass.
I don't know why that's on. I know, we're on YouTube Live, so you can start it. Okay.
All right, I'm going to call the, what is today? The May 18th, 2026 Select Board meeting to order. I am Craig Schultz. I am the clerk. I'm the vice chair and acting chair for a bit. We have our newest member. I'd like to congratulate Jim McCaffrey. He's our clerk. And Ellen Rosenfeld. I'm sorry, McKay. Jesus. It's been a long day. Congratulations, Jim. And I see McCaffrey in the audience. Anyway.
We always get mixed up,
Yeah.
except for our hair.
Yeah, so congratulations on the victory. Glad to have you aboard.
Thank you.
And we have Ellen Rosenfeld, our clerk, who is, well, we'll have elections in a bit.
Destined for greatness.
Possibly. All right, I'm going to start today with a little bit of, I'm going to start with some unfortunate news. We've lost two longtime town employees, Deidre Gilmore out of the DPW, and she was the finance committee clerk, or secretary, when I was on the finance committee. So I've known her for a lot of years. She passed away recently. And Terry Wiggins of the school also passed away in the last week or so. So
Last week.
So I just want to make that announcement. And they both served the town well for many, many years. And Jim, did you want to say anything about
Yeah,
Deidre?
just other than Deirdre was always the face of the DPW when he first came in for 20+ years. And she helped, make the DPW what it is today with the record keeping and everything that she did. So she'll be sadly missed, and just keep her family in their prayers. Thanks.
Yeah, and Terry Wiggins, I worked with him on a lot of school projects. He was a good guy to have around at the school. He retired just last year, I believe, medical retirement, and just passed away. So we'll keep them in our thoughts as we go about the meeting and the week. All right. Moving on to a little bit more exciting news and more fun. We do have the Memorial Day celebration coming up on May 25th. The schedule for that is 8 a.m. There'll be a breakfast at the Veterans Breakfast at the American Legion Post 208. That starts at 8. At 9:30, the parade will form up behind the police station. At 10 o'clock, the parade will start. About 10:15, I think we're being optimistic with the parade there, but about 10:15, the ceremony will kick off in front of the town offices, just right out front where the memorial is. And then at 11:30, there'll be a ceremony at Prospect Hill Cemetery. After that, somber event, we're going to move to a more fun event. That's going to be the train station grand reopening, and Ellen can speak about that.
So, not a lot of people go to the Prospect Hill Cemetery. So when it's over in front of this building, hopefully, everybody will march down to the train station. And we'll have a ceremony there. There's going to be, I understand, some of local politicians are coming. There'll be a ribbon cutting. We're going to put the finial, which is this copper piece, on the top of the turret. The fire station is I'm going to walk the ladder on the fire truck. So that should be interesting. I hope there's a net big enough to cover the entire parking lot. And then there'll be tours in the building. The building, we just got cleaned today, and it's just spectacular. And there'll be some other surprises, and it's going to be exciting. So again, right after the ceremony, it should be around 11:30, we'll all walk over and take a look.
Great. The next, it was an excellent job, and I'm excited about
It's
being open.
good.
Yeah, and next announcement we have, we received a grant from the Metro West Shared Public Health Collaborative, a $32,300 grant that will be used to digitize a lot of our records for septic systems. I know that's exciting. Current licenses, 21E documentation, historical meeting minutes, and several others. That'll take care of 31 drawers of file cabinet, 2 drawers of lateral file cabinet, and 6 other lateral file cabinets with no maps. So that comes to a total of $32,300 for this project. We've been trying to find a way to do it for years, and this is a great way to at least get us started. There's a lot of stuff, and this will
is
move it.
cool. This is really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big one, yeah. And it's been a goal of ours, but at 32,000, it never rose to the budget availability. But now receiving this grant, it allows it. All right, and the next item, oh, there's a few binders also, missed that. We are, I didn't get to the third page. So the next item we have is the Millis Housing Survey is going out, and we need your help on that. There is a QR code, I believe it's on our town website.
It is.
So if you go to the town website, there's a QR code you can scan to take the survey. And there is also a web address that'll be listed there also. I could give it to you, but you're not going to write it all down. So go to the website, look it up, and use it.
It just takes a few minutes. I encourage everybody to hop on and do the survey.
All right. Our next item is a vote to reorganize the board.
Oh. You see
We may not reorganize tonight.
how,
You can fill in names.
just fill in the names? Okay. So whether you know or not, every time a new person comes on, we vote to shift our duties. So starts with the chair, right?
Yeah.
Vice chair, currently, right? What am I?
Currently the clerk.
Oh, I'm the clerk, currently.
It's going to be a long night.
And newbie.
Yes, the clerk.
The newbie gets to start at the bottom,
Yep,
work his way up. Good luck.
thank you.
So I move that the board vote to elect Craig as the select board chair.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Now I move that the board vote to elect me, Ellen Rosenfeld, as select board vice chair.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in, any discussion?
It sounds self-serving.
It does, doesn't it? But all in favor?
Aye. Number 3, I move that the board vote to elect Jim McKay as select board clerk.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to elect Jim as Jim McKay as select board clerk. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. First task done. All right. Okay, the next item up on our agenda is the municipal moment. And we use these to really convey some information about the town, different areas. This one's a special one. It's the Lansing Millis Award. This was started, I know this because it's in front of me, in 2023. It's awarded by the Council on Aging, and it is presented by the Select Board. And this year, there's been 3 previous winners. We have 2 of them in the room with us, the McCaffreys.
There are 3 of them in the room.
Oh, 3 of them. Oh, Bert.
Bert Lannon.
Bert, I didn't see you back there, Bert. You're kind of hiding behind Nate. Okay. So we have 3 of the winners, the people who received this award in the room with us tonight, and we have the 4th one going on the list. So the Lansing Millis Award is for legacies of service to the town, and the winner this year is Kathy McGinnis. She's a 40-year plus resident of the town, and Kathy served as an elected and appointed position in the town. I had the privilege of serving with her on the Finance Committee and working with her on the Select Board and about half of these other committees, it feels like. But Kathy served on the Planning Board for 23 years, many years as the chair. the Select Board, the Finance Committee, the Community Preservation Committee, the Charter Review Commission, that would be a committee, the Charter Review Committee, the Sidewalk Committee, the Design Review Study Committee, Master Plan Implementation Committee, the Police Station Site Committee, the School Building Committee, Enterprise Fund Advisory Committee, Cemetery Committee, and she also worked as an election worker. Outside of that busy schedule with the town, Kathy served as a Boy Scout leader and member of the Garden Club, and was very active in Millis Beautification Day. And she also participated in quilting for charity projects. From the time I'm just reading the presentation now. From the time Kathy arrived in Millis, she was always giving back to the town, and even today, her impact is felt on our town from planning decisions she was involved in that guided the development, expectations that have been set on financial transparency, and showing us all the importance of civic courage to stand up and sometimes stand alone for what we truly believe is right. She did all this not for recognition, but out of a deep commitment to the vision she held for Millis. Kathy was always prepared for any discussion she was entering, and her intentions were always honorable, to fully debate all sides of an issue. The scope and impact of Kathy's contribution to Millis were profound and truly worthy of commemoration, and we are honored to present this year's Lansing Millis Legacy Award for Service to Catherine Collins McInnes. And just as a moment there, I often had heated and great discussions with Kathy. She was always respectful, always stringent, or very strident in her beliefs, but she was always respectful, and it was a good person to deal with. Didn't always agree with her, but I always had good discussions with her, and that's rarer and rarer today to find. So she will be missed. So we'd like to present this award. Jim, do you want to say something? You were on a planning board with her.
Yeah, just quickly, all I can say about Kathy is, when I first came to Millis, I started working in 2006, and I was quickly appointed to because I lived in Millis, the liaison for the planning board. And I was like, what am I getting myself into? I didn't know really much about it, and I could tell you that back then we used to meet twice a month. In those days, we were all very busy, and we did meet twice a month. And Charlie brought me down and introduced me to Kathy, but every time Kathy, and this was what Craig listed all the boards, before every single meeting, Kathy was here. Kathy got off the train in Walpole, drove here right from work, and she was sitting here hours before the meeting preparing. Everything always had to be in paper. She didn't like the computer. She always wanted everything in paper so she could review it. And back then, she had both myself and Brutus. Brutus would have loved to have been here tonight, but he's traveling and he won't be back till tomorrow. And her preparation, and that definitely helped me with my work ethic through working for the town of Millis, living in the town, and especially being on the planning board. And like Craig said, we used to batter back and forth, maybe not disagreed on pretty much anything, but we always came to a happy median. Kathy was the chair for most of the time when I was there on the planning board, till she took over as the select board member. And she always treated everybody that came to the microphone, if they had a question, and she always had the different color book, the zoning book, always in her hand, and it was always with her. And she told us all, make sure, if you're gonna be on the planning board, you gotta research and you gotta know everything that's in there. So Kathy was always prepared. And again, whether we agreed or disagreed, but she always had that thought process. Before she would get up there, she had it all, she already rehearsed it. She already rehearsed everything that she was gonna say before she got up to that microphone. And she's definitely sadly missed. My wife, myself, my family, we were very good friends with Kathy, Steve, Will, and Nadine, and definitely sadly missed.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. She's one of the smartest, committed, and willing person to fight for what she thought was best for the town. Her methods were not always the most orthodox, and she was unapologetic for it, but you had to respect her, because she really was one of the most committed people I've ever met in my life.
Very good.
Yeah, Jim, I forgot about the train. Often we'd find ourselves
On
on
the
the
train
same
together.
train out
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
Walpole.
She told us that.
Yeah, it
Yep,
was
yep.
me, her, and
Mark Conroy.
Mark Conroy. So it was an interesting meeting on the trains. But it made the time go by much quicker.
Yep.
All right. So we have the official plaque, which will be hung.
We'd like to invite
Yeah.
Steve and Will and Nadine up.
Yeah. I was going to bring that up with the clock.
And
Yes.
it's also, I don't know if they have anything they'd like to say.
Yeah, would you like to?
Whatever they want to do. But I can just tell you what the awards are, as you think
Sure.
about this. So we have a plaque that, it's a
Elizabeth, you should speak
Into the microphone.
So people can hear you.
So we have a plaque. My name's Elizabeth Derwin, and I'm the board chair of the Council on Aging, and we administer the award. And so the plaque is hung downstairs in the senior center, and it's on a permanent display, and Kathy's name has been added. And then, this is something for you to take home.
Thank you.
It's a mantle clock, and it says the Lansing Millis Legacy Award, Catherine Collins McGinnis, 2026.
I'm going to, I just have some quick remarks. I'm going to kind of read them, because otherwise I might fall over. And this has got nothing to do with what you folks just talked about. It's a little before that.
You just slide the microphone a little closer so people at home, there's one right there, yeah.
Yeah,
They're really picky about that, and I think
Yeah.
people need to hear what you say.
Kathy would watch every meeting that was ever held in this room. Always. And she would always be saying, bend over, and she was tall, and she never had the mic where it should be.
That's where it
Yeah.
needs to be.
So, make sure I get my glasses. This won't take long.
You can take all the time you
time.
need,
No,
Steve.
No, I don't want to take a lot of time. I know you got a busy night. So I'm just going to read this. You'll see if there's any rhyme or reason, you'll get it. She was born October 11th, 1956 at Elmendorf Air Force Base outside of Anchorage, Alaska. Eventually moved with her parents to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Her father was a master sergeant in the United States Army. Joined in 1940, World War II, Korea. Couldn't leave. Tried a number of times to retire. They kept calling him back. Eventually, he was able to retire, and they moved back to Norwood, which is where he was from. Kathy's mother was a war bride, came from Germany. They met during the occupation after World War II. They did go to Fort Devens for about a year, and he was finally able to muster out. So they lived in Norwood. Eventually, they bought a house in Rentham. Kathy was, and this isn't in any order, now that I'm looking at it, I should have redone it. She was an excellent athlete. She played field hockey, basketball, softball at King Philip High School. She was a member of the National Honor Society at King Philip. She graduated from King Philip High School in 1974. She attended Aquinas Junior College in, I believe in Milton, in 1976. When she graduated in 76 till 1981, she worked full-time for a Boston law firm. It's not necessary you know who it was, but it was one of the big ones. She also worked nights for another law firm doing typing briefs and doing some of the backroom stuff. And when she wasn't doing that, so during the depending on, I should wear my glasses so I can see. Depending on the season, she played as much organized women's softball and basketball as she could get in. She loved to play. About that same time, from November 20th, 1979, and I got this officially from the town of Rentham, to August 4th, which was our wedding day, she served almost a full term on the Rentham, Massachusetts Zoning Board of Appeals. Never missed a meeting. She didn't quite finish the full 5 years because we got married and she moved to Millis and she had to resign. In 1981, she left the law firm she was working at, walked across Center Plaza, seen an ad in Lawyers Weekly about a job at the appeals court, which was fairly new at the time. She thought that would be really interesting to work in the court system. She went over, she got the job. They made her wait like 4 months before they officially hired her because the retirement contribution was going from 5% to 6%. She used to always say, you know, if I'd got in, I would have gotten a little more, a little sooner. But she had to wait, so she continued to work. Kathy and I got married in August of 1984, and she moved to Millis and had to resign from the Rentham Zoning Board of Appeals. During this time, and then the next thing she did, she immediately applied for a job at the Millis Zoning Board of Appeals as their paid clerk secretary. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but that's going way back. She had to work. She didn't grow up with much. I mean, she grew up with a great loving family, but she was always trying to put a little something away. I worked overseas that whole time. I was gone a month, off a month. She lived at our house on Meadow Cartway, and everybody knows where Meadow Cartway is. It was tough for her to live down there in that dark river on the swamp, dirt road, but she did it. During those years, she transferred to the SJC when a job opened up, and she went to work for Chief Justice Francis P. O'Connor. He was looking for a secretary. She went to work for him. She worked for every associate justice there. She ultimately became the Chief Justice Paul Liakos's personal secretary and clerk, not law clerk, but clerk, and worked for them all. Not always as the Chief Justice's assistant, but for 3 of the Chief Justices. Sometimes a new Chief Justice would want their own hire, usually from within. Usually they brought their secretary to that job. And Kathy would take the next new person coming onto the court. She would take that job. There's one thing that no one really knows about. So she worked at the court, at the SJC. She was very close to Paul Liakos, very close. She looked at him like, by this point, her father had passed away. She didn't have any grandparents left, so she looked at him like a grandfather. He treated her very, very well. And they were almost like a team for many years. So if you know where the SJC is, right behind it is Suffolk University. The president at the time, former dean of the law school, was a gentleman by the name of Sargent. I didn't write his whole name down. David Sargent. He and Paul Liakos were very close friends. They did a lot of extracurricular type studies where they brought in people from the community, business leaders, hospital leaders. One in particular who got Kathy to Brigham and Women's, and I don't remember his name too, I didn't have time to look at, but made sure Kathy got the best of care, because her pregnancy with Willie, right behind me, was kind of a high-risk pregnancy. So those are some things about Kathy outside of the town. She loved this town. She didn't want to leave Rentham, but I owned a house and she didn't. So had it been the other way around, I would have been over there. She really wanted to stay. She really loved Rentham. But there was a things were happening. And so I'll never forget this. I don't even think Willie knows this. So one day Kathy called me and said, I want you to come in for lunch. And I was off, so I could come in. She said, you're going to get parking in the building. So I didn't have to park. They had a little secret catacomb in the SJC building, the old courthouse, not the, in the new courthouse, not the old courthouse where they are now. We said, well, that's fine, we'll go somewhere afterwards, we'll go to dinner, whatever she wanted. She said, no, we're gonna have lunch. Oh, that's great, we'll lunch. We used to go to a bunch of places around there for lunch. She said, no, we're having lunch over at Suffolk University. She says, I'm not really sure why, but we're meeting with President Sargent and Poliakos, and we're having a lunch. I'm like, that's great, you know. I didn't know Sargent, I knew Poliakos pretty well. So we go into his office, which was quite nice, almost as nice as the office of the appeals court of the Chief Justice. Actually, it was nicer because it was newer. We sat down, we had lunch. It wasn't much to eat. It was kind of, they brought some stuff in and we ate it and we sat and talked. And then the reason for the meeting in his office. And they offered Kathy a opportunity to get her bachelor's degree at Suffolk University, part-time, and then go to law school. Because they both had been aware of her innate intelligence as far as the law goes. She said she just kind of understood things, not being a lawyer, more than most people. And I'm sitting there going, what? You know, it was going to be on the, they were going to pay for it. They were creating a program at the time where they would take people who didn't have bachelor's degrees, help them get a bachelor's degree, and then go to law school, providing they could make the grade. This was August of '91, maybe July, I don't remember exactly. The court closes down on August. She had to work every day, but there was nothing going on. She goes, something wasn't right with her. So she went to Brigham and Women's, where somebody she met through the court was the head of the whole hospital. And they told her, you're pregnant. No, this wasn't for a lack of trying. And it took a long time. They found out something very simple could be taken care of. Today, they would immediately look for this issue. So here he is. But she didn't want to be out doing that, working all day, going to law school at night. She said, what an opportunity. She was so proud that they actually offered her this opportunity. But she said, I don't know, she was 38 years old or something like that. She liked her job. She liked to take the train. I remember, I forgot all about what you told me. She used to always tell me about who she sat with. You were always one of them. And Mark Conroy as well. I completely forgot about that. So that's something that I just wanted to bring those things up that people didn't know. So she had some opportunities, but she was very happy being here in Millis. Being involved in the town. She worked very hard, and I heard you all saying we didn't always get along. She had her own opinions. I think they were generally right. Others might have thought they were wrong. And I agreed with her for most of the time. But she was always one of three or one of five, and she never could put that coalition together. She had a coalition. She could get along with everybody. But that's all I wanted to say. I appreciate Ms. Derwin's, I don't know where she is, oh, Elizabeth's efforts on the behalf and other people in the room that might have had something to do with this award being given to my wife. I miss her terribly. It's not the way you want to go suddenly. And actually, everybody understands that. So I want to thank the Board of Selectmen, Jim,
Ellen,
Ellen, I want to say Ellen,
Craig.
Craig, oh, God, I'm losing it. Mike and Karen, I'm sorry, I apologize, I'm forgetting names. And Elizabeth, and everybody else that came today, so a lot of nice faces, and I appreciate the award. I'm gonna find, I didn't know there was any type of, anything that you'd get. I hopefully, now I can
You
hear
have
myself.
to build a fireplace now.
I do have one. I have a fireplace that has all kinds of, if you saw the living room where the fireplace is, you'd be, oh my God, what is he doing? I'm still trying to sort things out, but that is gonna go on that. When I get everything squared away. So that's the problem. So I want to thank you all for this honor for my wife. A little bit of an honor for me that I brought her here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
Oh, photos. Oh, how we sit, how do we sit? Let's get this.
You wanna go in front here? Wherever you're thinking.
I guess, I'll just, I don't like to be in the front. I like to be back in the back. Squish together, Warren's saying, squish together. Here, let me do this.
Oh, there you go.
This way, how's that?
No, arm down. You're not gonna be happy with your jacket.
Okay, one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
Hold that.
Okay, here we go.
Elizabeth, you should be in this picture.
I know, Elizabeth, get in there. I know.
Elizabeth, you gotta get in the picture.
Okay. I need to, do you mind if I scoot there?
Smush.
Okay, now, like the Rockettes with the legs. You first.
Okay, I'm gonna, after you
Yep,
get
go
one,
ahead.
you
All right,
gotta look
thank
this
you.
way.
All right.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna add something about the photographs. I just gotta
Do you have to, we
communicate.
have to give you a signature release?
No. About, that's why I'm looking around, and hopefully you get the eyes. I just got a photograph sent to me by the clerk magistrate from the Framingham District Court where I retired. They're getting ready to build a new courthouse in Framingham, if you can believe it, in a building behind the police station. The former presiding judge of the Framingham Natick District Court, Sarah Singer, who's retired now, we've got this beautiful photograph of all the people involved, the officials from the town of Framingham, all the court staff of a certain level, the judges, the presiding judge now, and there's Sarah Singer off to the side. Wonderful woman. It's the worst picture of her you can imagine. And it's like she demanded that we take a new one. And all these people, well, that hasn't happened yet, so. Hopefully you got good photographs.
You got a good one of him. I don't care.
Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Take that back.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I didn't get to keep that.
Just come down this needs something.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
Things that you don't know occur.
And you know what, most importantly, she used to love when somebody came
Really
in,
nice.
you bring people into the courthouse. She loved,
Just, I'm gonna
go ahead,
make a
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Stephen, just as an aside, she was also a very caring person. When my brother Mark passed the bar, she reached out to Mark to come into her courtroom with her judge, and he was sworn in by that judge. And that judge, we found out, was related to us.
Wow, that's crazy.
I don't know, some Jewish woman. I never saw her again, but that was Kathy.
Yeah.
did that a lot for a lot
know.
of people. Had them come in and
Yeah.
have their.
Every one of
You
us.
know that about her.
sworn in.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Chiefs,
Thank you.
Just to get a picture of all four of them. Outside.
All right.
All right.
We'll give just a minute for people who want to
Leave?
slide out. Yeah.
We got one more.
I anticipated more people departing. I'm glad you're here. Okay. All right, next item up.
David.
The next item up is the dedication of well number 3. I'm assuming this is David's signature, right?
Yes.
It is. Does it look like a check mark?
Yeah, it
Yes.
looks like you just
Yeah, that's me.
threw a circle at the bottom of that page.
That's Dave's, yeah.
All right, so this is the dedication of well number 3. And Dave, do you want to bring us up to speed on all this?
Yes. I respectfully request that we name the new PFAS treatment plant in Well 3 located in the woods off of Birch Street to be named in honor of Kenneth Alec McCall. Mr. McCall worked for the town of Millis from 1983 to his retirement of 2014, dedicating 31 years of service to the community. Mr. McCall, held several different positions in the town. He was a high school maintenance worker, a school bus driver, on-call firefighter, Millis Waterworks technician, and an on-call snowplow driver. Mr. McCall's dedication to the town of Millis Department of Water, along with his training and mentoring of other employees, helped to build the reliable system the town of Millis has today. His work ethic and willingness to serve the town water system have made a lasting impact on our community. Naming the new PFAS plant and Well 3 in his honor would be a fitting recognition of his years of service and contributions to the town of Millis.
Don't look at me like that. I move that the board votes, no, I move that the board formally declares well number 3 in PFAS plant as the Kenneth Alec McCall Water Filtration Plant.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
So, first I want to thank the board, and I want to thank Erin, because this has been going on for at least 3 years. I proposed this to all 3 of you, but it takes a while when you're constructing something. This is so proud for me to do this for Alec, and then David actually reading it. So it shows that, you know, what dedication the DPW actually has, that we appointed a DPW director and through the ranks, and this being done for Alec. I remember when I first came here, Alec, I looked at the system and it was like, what is this thing? I remember Alec, the things out in the garage with the maps and the little dials going around, and I said, what's that? And he said, that's our SCADA system. And I went, what? He said, that's monitoring everything that the water system does. And I remember another time, you know, during a horrendous lightning and thunderstorm. And at that time, the director always got the call first, and then they called the on-call person. So by the time I had called Alec, he was already at Well 3 before I even got out of my pajamas to get, you know, my shoes on to get down there. And I remember going down the woods in a pitch blackout, and back then we had this old Ford Cummins engine, and you had to start it up manually, and then to flip it over, there was this big, huge thing. And there he was with this little flashlight, and this was time and time and time again that Alec did this for the town of Millis. So, and I researched, you know, why did we name the DeAngelis plant the way we did and the Payne treatment plant? This is exactly why we're naming this in Alec's honor, because his dedication to this town, we wouldn't have the water system that we have today without Alec. So,
Okay, great.
we gotta say aye.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passed unanimously.
So we'll have a dedication with the name on it too.
I know we got more.
That's coming later.
Oh. I'm going to ask. Alec, did you want to say anything?
Well, one thing I will tell you, I love this town. I'm a Midway guy, but I moved to Millis. Millis is my home, and I love it. Yes, we worked hard. Few guys, not too many, but we got the jobs done. And I work with a lot of great people. I mean, like I say, there wasn't too many of us, but they were all great. And this was summer, fall, winter, spring. Whatever it was, we did. And, but I want to thank you very much, but I really do love this town. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you.
Dave, I want to thank you.
There'll be pictures.
Yeah, we're going around. Doing a lot of pictures. Picture day.
All right, Dave, get over there, get a little closer. Smile. Everyone say DPW rocks. I just want to share that Alec, plowed for a long time, and I always knew we'd be out shoveling at night. My kids were little, we'd be out, and we'd see the plow come by, and all I'd see is the little glow of a cigar.
Carol, you didn't do that.
Now he's in trouble.
No. We didn't tell anybody, but I always knew that was the storm was coming to an end because Alex was coming with a plow.
No problem, no problem. You
I
earned
don't
it.
think you ran over any mailboxes, just want to say that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Scott Fusey, 411 Union. Alex knew me when I was a kid. I used to hang around the fire station. But, Alex is, for all his years of service, it's well-deserved. There wasn't anyone that you would go by and see Alex in a hole, fixing a water main break. But he educated the DPW and educated and pretty much built it at what it is today. So thank you for all your years of service. This is a great honor, Alex. Thank you.
Thanks, Scott.
Yes, congratulations.
All right. Our next item?
So, Mr. Chair,
Your family's calling you.
we're keeping our DPW director up front and center because our next item is a hearing.
We won't take pictures after this.
You might.
A hearing to discuss a proposed adjustment for the FY27 transfer station fees. In your packet, you'll see some documentation, a proposal put together by the DPW director. It's my understanding that these fees haven't been adjusted in some time. Right now, it's a very good deal for the residents that utilize this. But there are areas where the town is coming up short in some of the services to be able to have it be at least a self-funding program. So the director has asked for some adjustments. So Dave, I'll let you talk about just the adjustments that you're putting forward.
All right. I'd like to ask for a small increase in transfer station stickers and bags due to the increase of trash disposal prices, tipping fees, and fuel costs. And another thing we've been upside down in is mattress disposal and
Oops, excuse me,
large
did you
white
open the
goods.
hearing?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
This is an official hearing? That's
Yes.
Sorry about
on?
that.
It's a real hearing.
Yeah. Sorry, there's
That's
official
okay.
protocol. and We're
Sorry.
going to be.
That's
We're
right.
going to have to start over again.
Practice.
I move that the board votes to open the hearing to review and consider the FY27 transfer station fees.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to open the hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Start over.
Okay.
You can start where you left off.
Don't listen to her.
We've been upside down in a lot of those prices for a long, long time now. I've been doing a lot of research, and we didn't go up much. I'll tell you what I came up with. You guys can listen and see how you think it goes. So for seniors, it was 35. We were gonna go up $10. Same with regular transfer station sticker. We're gonna go up $10 as well. And then lost or replaced permit would be an extra $10. Bag fees, we're just gonna go up 10 cents per bag. And then the biggest fees were where we were losing a lot of money, which was mattresses. We are currently getting $25, and to get rid of them, it costs more than double that. Large appliances, same thing. It was very expensive to get rid of those. We are also, I found a new vendor that would lower the prices that we're currently paying, but it's still higher than what we're charging. So this company is going to take all appliances that have refrigerant in them, so we can offer that to the town. They also offer a town-wide mattress or appliance pickup for even without transfer station stickers. They would call or we could put out a sticker or a memo, and they would take all the information and the fees, and they would pick it up right at the residence of all the town residents, whether we want to do that once or twice a year. Also, we're going to add this year is the composting of old food. That's going to become a DEP regulation in the next year or two, so that's going to be an added expense as well. So I was hoping that we can get these prices to get us, like Mike said, back to where we can sustain the transfer station and keep it going.
All right, well, since it's a hearing, any discussion from the public?
Thank you, Dave. Good job. You know, it's unfortunate
you.
we have to raise the prices. I know at one meeting, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, the town looked at trash service as a town, like a lot of towns have trash service. Is that, it's not feasible, huh? No.
Very
Any reason why?
The cost.
Cost,
well, we
it all
gotta-
comes down to cost.
Right, but we're paying for the transfer station. I mean, everybody is.
Yeah,
You're
but
paying for the
it would be a
stickers.
tax increase to
I
everybody. and then there
understand, but
would-
it's something that shouldn't be taken off the books.
I reached out to a couple of trash companies, and they don't even do it. It's not worth it to them to do it anymore, like in the old days. You saw the one company
I mean,
do it. They won't do it.
my only thing is, it wouldn't be hasty not to look at other towns and see how they've come up with it, and ask them, was it worth it for you to do it? Is it we're gonna sit here year in and year out, and I get it, I'm not against the transfer station fees going up, but at some point, we gotta draw the line in the sand, and we gotta say, we gotta do something. Because, you know, people just, they're not gonna be able to afford to pay it, so, thank you.
I would just add, Mr. Chair, that actually Mike and I were talking about this today, because I said, gosh, I wonder what it is for the private, to have private trash pickup instead. It's about $800 a year for private trash pickup, so this is still quite a deal. No one wants to see prices go up, but this is still probably one of the best deals we have in town.
So, Mr. Chair, just quickly, I mean, these prices, they should have probably gone up maybe last year, but they were, right now, we're in the midst of the changing dynamics of getting rid of this stuff. We're in a contract negotiation to get rid of the tipping fee. That means the trash itself. So the biggest amount is in the 10 cent in the bag, is the bag, unfortunately. And David did a great job going out and getting this other company. Now we can actually get rid of refrigerators. And like you said, now they'll go to everybody's house and pick this stuff up for a small fee.
Yeah.
But we never had that before. And on the, the composting, that is a state regulation that we're all gonna have to do it. And now we're gonna be ahead of the curve on that. And he'll get more money when he does his RDP grant submission. There'll be a couple more points in that.
Perfect. Any other, thank you, Jim. Any other conversations, discussion from the audience? Okay, hearing none.
I have a couple questions, Dave.
Yep.
Real quick. First of all, you need to spell refrigerator correctly.
That was already corrected today. I
Okay.
did notice that.
She has a knack of getting that on you.
Because
Did I not call this today?
Because
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen it spelled a lot of different ways, but this is a new one for me.
Yeah, a refrigerator is not a real
Refrigerator.
thing. Yeah, no, it's refrigerator.
I'm going to say it
and it's
again.
It is-
Refrigerator.
It is slang, it is accepted slang.
It was probably left over from when I did it. so-
And then,
Okay, that's number one. Number
It's been
two,
fixed.
a minute ago, you said that a mattress costs, so we used to charge 25, and you said it's costs more than that to get rid of it, but
Yes.
yet you're only going up to 50. Are we still losing money?
No.
Okay.
You want me to go, I can go with the prices. So, right now, and there's two different prices for mattresses. There's a clean mattress fee, and then there's a dirty, wet mattress fee. And whoever throws away a mattress is not gonna throw away a clean mattress, so we have to go with the price. So, this new company,
Did
The-
you know that?
I did not.
I wish I didn't know that.
the new mattress fee for a wet, dirty mattress is $40.
Okay. As long as, I've said this before, we don't need to make money. I mean, I'd like
Yeah.
to make money, but we don't need to make money. But I hate to lose it.
Yeah, we were losing, we were paying.
Are we losing
si-
now?
No, not with this increase, we are losing money now, we're losing almost $35 a mattress, throw it away right now.
Okay. All right. So now we have to move to close the hearing, and then we can continue discussion.
Okay, I move that the board votes to close the hearing to review and consider the FY '27 transfer station fees.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to close the hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, passes unanimously. All right.
Thank you.
Do you know the last year that they did go up on fees?
I
that correct?
did a little bit of research, I saw a small increase in bags, it was a year or two ago, but before that, I looked back till 2012, and I still didn't see anything.
Yeah. All right. Good enough. That's what I recall. I think the fees have been pretty stable.
Yeah.
All right, so
Thank you.
any other questions from the board, comments from the board? All right, there's a motion.
So I move that the board votes to approve the recommendation to increase the transfer station fees effective 7/1/26 as follows. Annual permit fees, residents $100, residents 62 and older $45, replacements $20. Blue bags, large $185, small $135, $1.35. Special disposal fees, electronics $30 each, limit 2 per day. Large items $50 each, bulky rigid plastics $30 each, new air conditioner or refrigerator $50 each.
All right.
Am I doing this one too?
Second.
No, not yet.
Okay,
Yeah, not yet.
okay.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to increase the fees as listed. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed unanimously.
I
All right.
included this, Dave,
Now, the
As a
next
second
part is
vote.
the
to ask them to
sustainable
sign this.
purchasing
Thursday on
policy.
purchase.
Oh, okay, yes.
You want to hold on? to it?
Yes, I totally forgot about that, thank you.
Sorry, I was gonna keep leaving.
No, I totally forgot about that. So this is a letter the DEP wanted us to change a little bit for the new renewal of our permit. I have a meeting tomorrow with Missy. She does a lot of the informative knowledge of the transfer station. She helps us out with all the grant work and everything. And the DEP, we had one of these before, they just wanted to change the language a little bit because our last one was, I want to say 25 years old.
Say Jim McCaffrey voted on it.
Yeah, it was old.
So for new DEP regulations, they wanted it to read this. Basically, this is a, just add your name and submit.
Okay. All right, perfect. We'll make a motion on that?
Sure. I move that the board approves and votes to sign the sustainable purchasing policy as written and presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right,
sure.
Dave.
All right,
No picture this time.
unless you want.
All right. Now we're on to the Memorial Day proclamation, I think. Is that right, Mr. Triggs?
I think, Mr. Chair, you just need to take a vote to close the hearing for the grant of locations.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
we got to
sorry
close
about
that.
that.
I move that the
Oh,
board
yeah.
votes to close the hearing for the grant of location / Eversource Norfolk Road.
Second.
Okay, and just for everybody who may have been wondering, this is the above-ground power cables from Eversource that Eversource is now re-engineering to put below ground as they should have in the beginning. So we're going to close this hearing. They're going to come back with a new set of plans at some point, who knows when, and then that should show underground cabling,
Yes.
and abutters will be notified again. We start over the hearing whenever they get that engineered, and hopefully it's what we want, because this wasn't what we wanted or what they should have agreed to. All right, it's been moved and seconded to close the hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Great, thank you.
Memorial Day proclamation.
Oh, now Memorial
Memorial
Day.
Day.
Sorry, got one ahead of myself.
As
is
the
Jim.
clerk. Whereas Memorial Day, originally called Decoration Day, is a day of remembrance for those who have died in service for the United States of America. Over 24 cities and towns claim to be birthplace of Memorial Day. While Waterloo, New York was officially declared the birthplace of Memorial Day by President Lyndon Johnson in May 1966, it's difficult to prove conclusively the origins of the day. Whereas, regardless of the exact date or location or its origins, one thing is clear: Memorial Day was born out of the Civil War and a desire to honor our dead. It was officially proclaimed on May 5th, 1868, by General John Logan, National Commander of the Grand Army of the Republic. In his General Order Number 11, the 30th of May, 1868, is designated for the purpose of strewing with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in the defense of their country during the late rebellion, in whose bodies now lie almost in every city, village, and hamlet, churchyard, and in the land. He proclaimed the date of Decoration Day, as he called it, was chosen because it wasn't the anniversary, move the cursor, anniversary of the particular battle. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Millis Select Board do hereby proclaim Monday, the 25th day of May, 2026, as Memorial Day in the town of Millis, and urge all citizens and community to join us and support Memorial Day. Respectfully, the Millis Select Board.
Okay. All right.
I move that the board approve, I move that the board votes, okay. I move that the board approve and vote to sign the 2026 Memorial Day proclamation.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on that? Any objections? No, okay. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No. All right, and Jim, you'll get a second
Yes.
chance to read this again.
Okay, yep, I'll print it out.
Yeah, it'll be helpful.
Yeah.
I had 4 copies with me in my ear. I could find 2. All right. Next item up. What do we have next, Mike?
Approve the Field of Flags display for Pride Month. So it's just a vote to approve, to authorize putting the flags in front of the Veterans Memorial Building.
Okay.
Okay. I move that the board approves a display of rainbow flags to be placed on the lawn in front of the Veterans Memorial Building for the month of June in recognition of Pride Month.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank
Excellent. Okay.
All right, Mr. Chair, the next item is a letter of support for Community One Stop. I'm not sure if we have Mr. Weiss on the line. He said he may be able to
Looking for him.
join us,
There
but
he is.
There he is.
Hello, Bob.
there's Bob, calling from our Boston office. So there is a draft letter in your packet for this letter of support for the Community One Stop for Growth grant. We're asking that the Select Board authorize the chair to sign this letter to the Secretary of the Executive Office of Housing and Economic Development, Secretary Matthias. And this is for a $150,000 grant. towards our new master plan for the town. The last master plan we had was back in 2000. So 26 years, usually a master plan has a life of 15 to 20 years. So it is time, and we feel we have a good chance at getting this grant. And this letter will go a long way to encouraging the state to consider us for that. So with that, I don't know if Mr. Weiss has anything to add in regards to this, this letter?
Well, I think you pretty much covered it, Mr. Kaczynski, but we, as Mike said, we have an old plan that's 26 years old, but we have used it. So these are not plans that sit on shelves. They come off the shelves, we open it and say, oh, here's a program we need to do. That's why we have the Complete Streets program, which is even today being constructed and finished. So this new plan is going to have to meet some new challenges to the town, including climate change, which we've been working on through the Energy Committee. As you know, the greater Boston metropolitan area is changing financially, economically, and we have moved along those plans as well. And what we'd like to do is have a plan in place that will allow us to be proactive on all this.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
I just have one comment. I actually am on the committee with Bob and other people, and I looked at the 26-year-old plan, and a lot of the things in there that we were looking forward to doing have been done. I've never seen that before in government.
It's amazing.
It's honestly, right?
Good, when you're done, okay. I agree.
Amazing. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I agree with that one 100%. If, I remember during the span, I remember when we talked about, remember the buying the church across the street? Well, that wasn't part of the master plan. The library's going here, the police station's going here with and the fire station being renovated. And like you said, everything to that plan is almost in place. And I think that this is a good thing that's gonna help us to move forward, especially in this upcoming year of, open, whatever we decide to do with open space or whatever. I think this will be a tool in our packet to help us, Bob. So I think it's a great job that you are looking for this.
Yeah, towards that end, I also remember the meeting
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah, 26 years ago, when one of our people on the committee was dreaming about bringing a cidery or a brew pub into the Ann and Hope Plaza.
And
I thought it was crazy, but it's there. So we were visionaries back then.
Who knew?
That's online. Can people
Those plans?
access that?
Yes,
Karen?
the master plan, yes.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
on
Cool. So.
All right,
what am I doing?
motion.
Put it on the
Motion.
homepage.
I move that the board approves and authorizes the chair to sign a letter of support. Is that the one?
Yep.
Yeah.
For the Community Choice Grant application.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
So, Mr. Chair, in your packet, you have the executed agreement, employment agreement with the finance director. This is a 3-year employment agreement with Jody Kersey. Jody's been with us a number of years. She's doing an outstanding job as the town's finance director, and we look forward to her continued service to the town. So the board did approve this in executive session at your last meeting, but as protocol, just asking for the board to take a formal vote in regular session to ratify the contract with our finance director.
I move that the board vote to ratify the employment agreement between the town and the finance director.
I will second.
Any discussion? Nope. All in favor?
Aye.
Great,
Passes
thank you.
unanimously. All right.
All
I
right.
did read it too, so.
You don't have to read it aloud.
No, yeah.
I mean, certainly you're free to,
Yeah,
but
no,
you don't
I-
have to.
Mr. Chairman, in your packet, for a preliminary discussion of the FY '27
yeah.
Select Board goals is a document.
It's actually not in the packet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. This is a work in progress.
I hope so,
So work in
because I've done nothing on this.
Well, we
Yeah.
haven't
So this
started
is
yet.
for the
I know.
board's,
I know.
just a preliminary discussion, first step.
Yeah.
And what you're receiving now is essentially, last year's goals, many of which have either been completed or made great progress on, but this is usually the starting point for discussion moving forward for the board for the next year's goals.
Yeah, and I gave some thought to this while I was in Indiana.
Actually, sorry, I just wanted to add that it says FY '25 at the top, because the board discussed the FY '26 in February, and we're gonna go back and change a few things, and it never officially happened, so that's why they still say FY '25.
Yeah, so we
makes
will
sense.
have an official FY '27 goals.
Yes.
It'll be worked on at our next meeting.
Exactly.
I have a couple rules about goals that I've always lived with at work. They need to fit on one page, otherwise you're never accomplishing them. These are pretty good. There's a few things that need to be tweaked. There's a few things that just have to be there. We have to do a balanced budget. Should it be a goal? Should it not be a goal? You can put a check mark if we put it on, because we have to do that. But there's other things, and I'm going to send out some notes that I made. I'll have Mike and Karen email those out to you, and then at our next meeting, we can all bring in our notes and work through it. Basically the same format, same idea. I think that I had 5 items also. Most of them are the same. I think I rolled enterprise up into financial management because it fits in there. And then I put town infrastructure, where we talk about roads and yeah, so there's really not a, I added review town governance. This is where we can put in charter and the bylaw review and committees, evaluating all the different committees that we have, whether we want to add any, delete any, merge a few, whatever the desire might be. So I'll send out my draft, and that's just my draft. We're all going to work together to make one collaborative document, but I'm not going to hand that out tonight. I'll have you send it out in an email, and then you'll have it electronically, and you can continue working with the goal to hit one page.
I was gonna say, if you want to send them all to me, I can roll them all into one.
Yeah, let's
Just
do
kind of
that.
highlight whose is whose, but don't send them to the group, because that's
Yeah.
talking, but
Yep,
you
yep.
can each send them to me, and then I'll just roll into, right?
Yeah, we
Is
could,
that easier?
even if we made it a 3-pager.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
initially,
Yeah,
and then you
initially.
can,
And then we can edit from there into one page.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can send it
All
to
right.
Mike and I, but I'm happy to
Yeah.
do it.
yeah.
I definitely like the enterprise being rolled into the
Yeah,
finance.
it
Yeah,
just
that
made
makes
sense.
sense.
And then I added town governance, so,
Yep.
so they're still the same, the other ones are all the same.
Yep.
It's just, the town governance rolled into its own line. All right.
All right.
We were pretty successful with these, I think.
Too.
It's, again, I
Oh,
think
one
it's
of
a
them's for you,
manageable
so-
number. Oh, and then the other piece we have to review also, and we'll have this sent out electronically also. I asked for this today at noon.
Current
It's
policies.
it's our operating policies and procedures.
Yeah,
So this was edited last in 2024.
Yeah.
I don't know that it needs a heavy edit, but it's certainly worth reviewing while we're doing our goals also. So we'll bring that back with us.
yeah.
I read this too.
I was gonna say, that's online too, and yeah, I think I gave it to you
So
too.
you're the most.
I wanted you well prepped, Jim.
I got through it today, and I said we should talk about it. So any changes to this, bring those back to the meeting
Yeah.
too, and this will be a larger time commitment at our next meeting. All right.
Perfect.
Thank you. So the next item in your packet, Mr. Chair, is a request to approve a change of date for the Millis Community Event. There was a recent meeting
Yes.
with Allison Rockwood, who's coordinating, one of the leaders in coordinating this event. We did meet with her with several department heads to discuss the different aspects of the Millis Community Event. And after some extensive discussion, it was determined that a weekday evening may be preferable to, for the event, and may bring more people than a weekend event, as in the summer, and certain times of the year. A lot of times, people are away for the weekends. But, so we were looking at,
I was just gonna add too, there are a lot of other events going on in the fall, and they're already having some, a lot of push and pull with whose event is when, and all of this, so.
There was a lot of
They thought, and,
conflicts.
and talking to the chief too, Chief Sophia, he said it would be much easier if we kind of almost do it like Millis Night Out, this initial time. So what it will be is, all around the town hall building here, they're gonna block that off, and then part of the park back here. It's easier, you need less details. We can open up this building to use for restrooms, and it just makes more sense
There's no
for
traffic
everybody. But they thought we'd
concerns.
do 4 to 8, try, give it a go, see if it works well.
Is
And
this the event that was supposed to be the same time as the
Is the
The
run,
race.
yeah,
The
they
race,
changed it.
yes, Yes.
Okay, good.
So the thought being that instead of a 6 or 7 hour event where it's really spread out, this is more a condensed 4-hour event where you expect higher attendance for that period of time. The vendors would have areas to set up here. So the organizers are requesting an approval of a change of date to August 20th, which I believe is a Thursday,
Yep.
from 4 PM to 8 PM.
Okay, I move that the board vote to approve the requested change of date for the Millis Community Event from September 27th to August 20th, from 4 to 8 p.m.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to change the date. Any comments from the audience? Any comments from the board? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Passed unanimously. All right.
Thank you.
So we have the liaison update, and that's
Liaison.
something that you might want to think about, that you could look at your next
Yeah.
meeting, because now you have Jim, so you're going to have to relook at that. So I can put that, I'll send that out to everybody, think about where you want to be, and maybe you could vote that next time.
Yeah, we'll vote the committee.
Do liaison.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So every year
Makes
you
sense.
do an evaluation.
And every year we screw up and go to everybody else's
everybody goes to the
meetings.
wrong meeting,
Thanks.
yeah.
So I don't
then
know
have
why
to
we
yell at
even
you all.
bother
I
to
know,
do it.
I know.
All right. That's polite, Ellen. All right, so has anybody met since town meeting?
Anybody?
I have not with anybody.
I don't think there have
School
been any
building
meetings.
canceled the one that we had scheduled,
Yeah, it's
so
been pretty quiet.
nothing was happening.
Yep,
Okay. All right, water and sewer commitment?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Asking for the board vote to approve and sign the water sewer commitment for April 2026 in a total amount of $3,986.45.
I move that the board vote to approve and sign the water sewer commitment dated April 2026 for a total amount of $3,986.45.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Pass unanimously.
Thank you. And then
Draft
minutes.
minutes?
Just the motion?
Yeah.
I move that the board approve the draft minutes from the March 2nd, 2026 tri-board meeting and the March,
No, not tri-board.
What's
Does
this
it say tri-board?
it says
Oh,
tri-board.
that's my bad, I didn't take it out from last time. It's not tri-board,
It's
it's a
just a
regular
meeting?
meeting.
Regular meeting.
Sorry.
Just a
Yeah.
meeting.
I move that the board approve the draft
Sorry about
minutes
that.
from the
Fine.
March 2nd, 2026 select board meeting
There you go.
and the May 4th, 2026 select board meeting as written.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded with the one edit to take out tri-board. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll abstain from that, right? Or should I? 'Cause
You read the minutes. I think
I
you're
did
allowed
read
to
them,
vote.
but-
Yeah,
Okay.
You're allowed.
You're allowed
to
to
vote.
Yep, okay. Aye.
all right.
Sure.
Okay, now the next motion we have,
Ready?
I am.
It's a lot of motions tonight. It's a lot of
that many.
pressure. I move that the board enter executive session to discuss strategy sessions in preparation for contract negotiations with union personnel.
Okay, I need, do you have to say the union?
Yeah.
Yeah, AFSME, Council 9, PFFOM 4704, SEIU Local 888, and return to open session for the sole purpose of adjournment. And a roll call vote.
Second.
Okay, and I'll do a roll call. Jim?
Yes.
El-
Yes,
Yes. Congratulations. We're done.
you made it
first
through your
meeting.
first meeting.
First one.
All right.
wanna
Thank you,
know-
everyone.
Want to know what I did my first meeting? I zoomed in because I had COVID.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
it was the last good meeting.